Adult Solutions. Add-on Desire.
Welcome to Adult Solutions Current Affairs program. This is Koteshwar sir. First, I am going to discuss international issues as part of these 2 days current affairs. Prevention of delay in issuance of green cards. The White House says President Biden wants to avoid extraordinary delays in the green card approval process in the United States. If this happens, it will be of great benefit to the Indians working on H-1B visas. Ethiopia forces strike Tigray rebels in mass move. Ethiopian troops and their allies have launched air and ground strikes against Tigray rebels in the northern region of Amhara. Humanitarian and rebel sources told AFP amid growing speculation of a major offensive. Kurz to kit as Austrian Chancellor amid corruption probe. Australian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz said Saturday that he plans to step down in an effort to diffuse a government crisis triggered by prosecutors' announcement that he is a target of corruption investigation. Drone attack on an airport in Saudi Arabia. A drone strike on Jeddah airport in Saudi Arabia has killed at least 10 civilians. Authorities believe it was the work of Houthi rebels from Yemen. Iran's first president Abul Hassan dies. Abul Hassan Banishad, Iran's first president since the 1979 Islamic uprising, has died. Indo-US talks to strengthen defense partnership. Officials of the two countries discussed various issues related to the Indo-Pacific, including the development of defense partnership between the India and the United States of America. The Pentagon said that the talks came as the two countries' foreign and defense ministers were preparing for a 2+2 meeting next month. Ebola outbreak again in Africa. The deadly Ebola virus is plaguing African countries. A new case has been registered in eastern Congo 5 months after it was announced that the epidemic, which had climbed hundreds of lives in 2020, had been curtailed. Second phase of Malabar exercise likely from October 11th to 14th in Bay of Bengal. The second phase of high voltage Malabar exercise, featuring the navies of all 4 Quad countries, India, the United States, Australia and Japan, is scheduled to take place in Bay of Bengal from October 11th to 14th, diplomatic sources said on Thursday. China-India 13th Core Commander level talks. India made it clear at the 13th round of Core Commander level talks with China on Sunday that it would expedite the withdrawal of forces from tense areas along the Indo-China border. Plane crashed in Russia. A plane crashed in Russia on Sunday, killing 15 people. Authorities say an Il-14 plane carrying skydivers crashed near the town of Evangelinsk shortly after takeoff of the flight. US Special Forces secretly deployed to Taiwan. A US Special Operations Unit and a contingent of Marines have been secretly operating in Taiwan to train military forces there. The Wall Street Journal reported, citing unnamed American officials, adding the deployment is part of efforts to shore up the Iceland defenses as concern regarding the potential Chinese aggression mounts. Abdul Qadir Khan, known as the father of Pakistan's nuclear bomb. Pakistan nuclear scientist Abdul Qadir Khan passed away on Sunday, October 10th at the age of 85 after being hospitalized for COVID-19. Also known as the father of Pakistan's nuclear bomb, Qadir was an atomic scientist who was lauded as a hero in Pakistan for transforming the country into the world's first Islamic nuclear power. National issues. Bharat Biotech to produce world first malaria vaccine. India's Bharat Biotech will be producing part of the world's only malaria vaccine that has been developed by pharma major GSK and was recently approved by World Health Organization. Ashish Misra appears before police in Lakhimpur Kheri violence case. After being served second notice, Ashish Misra, son of Union Minister Ajay Misra, and accused of running over farmers in Lakhimpur Kheri, appeared before the police on Saturday to record his statement. New Delhi World Book Fair 2021 to be held in offline mode. The National Book Trust on Saturday announced that the 30th edition of the New Delhi World Book Fair, which is shortly called as NDWBF, will be held next year in physical form from January 8th to 16th at the newly constructed halls at the Pragati Maidan. Satellite phone calls in Karnataka. According to the Central Intelligence Agency, anti-national activities are taking place in the coastal districts of Shivamogga, Chikmagalur, Udupi, Uttara Kannada and Dakshina Kannada in Karnataka. This is the third time in 2021 that satellite phones were tracked in Karnataka. Human genetic information in 40 minutes, CCMB latest tool. Each person can know the complete genome in no more than 40 minutes. The latest tool has been developed by Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, which is also called as CCMB research project. CCMB researchers say the latest discovery could help accelerate the ongoing human genome research. Mukesh Ambani joins $100 billion club among world's richest Bezos Musk. Mukesh Ambani, Asia's richest person, joined Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk in the world's most exclusive wealth club with a fortune of at least $100 billion. Gout allows export of Russia's Sputnik Light COVID-19 vaccine made in India. The government has permitted the export of Russia's single-dose COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik Light domestically produced here, as the jab has not yet been approved for the emergency use in India, sources said on Sunday. Rajasthan woman takes charge of British High Commission for a day. Aditi Maheshwari, a 20-year-old woman from Chittorgarh in Rajasthan, became the top boss at the British High Commission in India for a day after winning a competition that was aimed at empowering the next generation of the women as leaders and trailblazers. NIA summons 40 teachers in Kashmir target killing probe. The National Investigation Agency NIA has summoned 40 teachers on Sunday in connection with the civilian target killings here, the investigation of which the agency has formally taken over from the local police. Over 700 terrorist sympathizers detained in Jammu and Kashmir. In response to the killing of seven civilians in 6 days, security forces detailed more than 700 people in Jammu and Kashmir, according to the several media. In addition, it has been reported that several of those detained are believed to be linked to the banned Jamaat-e-Islami group, are named on a list of suspected surface workers that is called OGWS. Reliance 8,645 crore investment on solar power. Reliance Industries, which aims to launch 100 gigawatt solar power projects by 2030, is making strides. Reliance, which bought Norwegian solar panel maker REC Solar for 5,800 crore rupees, is set to buy a 40% stake in Sterling and Wilson Solar domestically for 2,845 crore rupees. First call on domestic 4G technology. The 4G technology, which was deployed domestically and installed in the BSNL network, was tested for the first time on Sunday. Telecom Secretary K. Rajaraman made the first IP video call to the telephone minister. Andhra Pradesh. Reserve Bank's focus on Andhra Pradesh Financial Corporation. The RBI has asked immediate answer for 9 questions on its activities of the Andhra Pradesh State Financial Services Corporation, which is also called the APSFC. APSFC has registered as non-banking financial and non-deposit company, but APSFC is being accept deposits from the government internal corporations, and the funds were diverted to the state government's needs and various activities, so that the Reserve Bank asked immediate answers for the 9 questions. Prashant Kumar Mishra as new Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh High Court. Justice Prashant Kumar Mishra will be the Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. He is currently the acting Chief Justice of the Chhattisgarh High Court. Inquiry into the contract with the Nephro Plus Lokayukta. Lokayukta Justice Lakshman Reddy directed the Andhra Pradesh government to inquire into the implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Nephro Plus Dialysis Hospital for the Sri Venkateswara Institute of Medical Sciences in Tirupati. The Lokayukta also directed to set an expert committee for the inquiry. Chief Minister Jagan visits the Tirumala today. Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy will arrive in Tirumala today to participate in the Garudotsavam as part of the Srivari Brahmotsavams and present Pattu Vastrams to Swami on behalf of the Andhra Pradesh state government. Telangana Special Centers for Exports. The state government of Telangana has decided to set up special centers in the 33 districts of Telangana state at a cost of 100 crores to promote the exports from the Telangana on a large scale. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma as the Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, who is currently the acting Chief Justice of the Karnataka High Court, will take over as the Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court. Usmania in 3D organ preparation research. The CPDDIM set up at Usmania University as part of the Rashtriya Uchatar Shiksha Abhiyan 2.0 is conducting extensive research on the manufacture of the artificial limbs. Director Sriram Venkatesh revealed that the ribs, skull and dental safeguards have been successfully made with the metals of cobalt, nickel and aluminium. 2,443 new dengue cases in 5 weeks in Telangana. Mosquitoes thrive on the storage of water in and around the homes in many places due to successive rains in Telangana state. The number of people suffering from dengue fever is on the rise. In the last 5 weeks, 2,443 new dengue cases have been registered across the Telangana state. Literary award to Kovela Suprasanna Charya. Poet Dr. Kovela Suprasanna Charya has been selected from the literary award established by the Telangana Saraswat Parishad. The award will be presented on 13th of this month at the Dr. Devulapalli Ramanuja Rao Art Gallery in the Parishad. Sports. India ends ISSF Junior World Championships with 30 medals. India climbed 30 medals including 13 gold, 11 silver and 6 bronze, finishing in the first position, beating the USA who came second with 6 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze in ISSF Junior World Championships. India lost the second T20 match. The Indian women's cricket team lost the second T20 match against the Australia by 3 wickets. Defeat of Indian women team in the third T20 with Australia. In the final third T20 against Australia, the Indian women's team lost the series by 14 runs. Australia won the series with a 2-0 score. We all know that the Indian women's team had earlier lost the ODI series with 1-2 difference. Telangana as the winner in National Sub-Junior Handball. The host Telangana team emerged victorious in the National Sub-Junior Boys Handball Championship. The Telangana team won with 29-26 over Rajasthan on Sunday. IPL 14, Chennai reached the final. Chennai beat Delhi Capitals by 4 wickets and reached final in the thrilling match on Sunday. These are the today's current affairs. Keep watching Adore Solutions to get the regular updates on current affairs. Thank you.
Add-on Solutions. Add-on Desires.